In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why chasing $100,000 months could be ruining your life and ruining your success. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Charlie Johnson. I've sold over $15 million of online fitness programs. I've been doing over $100,000 a month for the last 5-6 months. And I am the number one person helping coaches in the fitness industry make over $100,000 a month as an online coach. In the last 5 months, I think we've helped 6 or 7 coaches break 100K. And in this video, I'm going to teach you the lessons of what you want to watch out for pitfalls, and how you can build a business that you don't hate, that gives you 3 things I've always wanted: time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. Now, if you're looking to blindly build your business to hit 100K months, you will ultimately end up building a business that you often hate. Now, you end up doing things you don't want to do and filling your calendar with stuff that you don't like. Now, one of the most important things I would ask you right now: what makes you happy? What do you enjoy doing in the business? And what do you dislike in the business? So if, for example, you are wanting to scale your business and you hate taking sales calls, you hate managing teams, you need to find an efficient way to be able to build your business. So for example, with that, we help clients who want to get to 100K months use something like a paid ads VSL, where you're sending someone directly from a paid advert to book a call, to then have a sales or buying conversation without having something like a DM setter or dialers. And this is where you can minimize the amount of people you have to manage and have a maximally effective team. And this is where you want to streamline your business to what you want. Because if I'm radically transparent, in my business career since I left my full-time job 25th of February 2019, there's been phases I've fucking hated my business. I'm like, why am I doing this? I have enough money, I can do what I want, I can do whatever I want, with whoever I want, whenever I want. I'm currently in Las Vegas, I'm currently sitting outside the gym, and this just came out of my head of a video that I wanted to make because I'm incredibly passionate about helping people not make the mistakes I made. And I've seen so many people make some massive mistakes with scaling their business from poor advice. One of those big pieces of huge poor advice I see is what I'm about to explain now. Now, when you scale your business, you are going to have an increase in overheads. You are going to have more team members, more staff to manage, more coaching clients. Now, what does this mean? Your profit margins actually come down often in terms of percentage. Now, if you scale your business the right way, you can scale it in a way where you actually still have huge profits. But one of the huge things that happens is people overpay. That was excessive. Now, one of the things that happens is people massively overpay their staff and don't set them up to actually get paid the way they should, which are aligned with the business's goals. So if you're in a position where your business is making a little bit of money at the beginning and the profit margins aren't huge, this is a problem. Now, in terms of percentages of where you want to be looking at allocation of expenses, if you have 100% of revenue in a business, you want to be looking at maximum spending 20% of your revenue on marketing. So like Facebook ads, content creation, all that type of stuff. And then when it comes to payroll, you want to be looking at 20 to 25% maximum as well. Now, when we look at fulfillment, so you having coaching clients and people being coached for you and in your brand, you want to be looking at allocating 20% essentially of what the client's basically paying to paying the coach. So you need to have an 80% profit margin to have a scalable business. If you do not have this, you will be scaling something that will be a pain in the ass and will not actually give you the time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom you want. You will be building yourself a job, potentially a well-paid job, but a high-risk job and a very stressful job. Now, if you're in a position right now and you hate your business and you're making 20K a month, 30K a month, 40K a month, what do you think is going to happen if you 3X that business? You're going to scale your pain and misery. And this is where you don't have the right systems, the right people, and the right processes in place for you to be the CEO of your business. Because you want to be the person pulling the strings rather than having to do all the heavy lifting. And you don't want to be doing the things you don't enjoy. Otherwise, business will not be fun. So for me, what do I love? I love helping clients. I love changing people's lives. I love marketing. I love making content. I love coming with ideas. I love coming up with sick trainings to give to clients. I love learning. I love traveling. So anything that's to do with that. I love networking. Anything to do that, I'm all in. If you tell me I have to fill in all my admin, update all the client payments on sheets, I have to make sure all the Slack notifications are dealt with, I have to make sure all the tax bullshit's done, I hate that. That's like gun to the head, pull the trigger. And if you're scaling your business like that right now, you will not scale because your mind is going to be realizing this is bringing me more pain. This is exactly the opposite of what you want, which is in reality why you have to align the business, whether you're making 10K, 20K, 30K or more right now, so it's fun. Because you know when business is going to crush and you're going to fucking love it, and this is a phase I'm in right now where I'm so excited with everything I'm doing that all I want to do is work on my business. It's like a big red shiny toy that I get to play with, I get to change people's lives, and yes, I get to make money from it as well. This is where you can have impact and income, which is ultimately what you want to be scaling your business to do, is change lives forever and also help you create generational wealth where you can provide for your family in the future. Because one of the things you have to understand right now is we are in the golden window of opportunity. If you do not make money by 2030 and you do not put yourself in a good financial position, you are going to be in a world of problems. There is going to be mass unemployment coming in the next few years, and it's going to be basically a basis of where the biggest and best coaches will dominate the market, and people who have high level one-to-one service and people who are brands, there will not be loads of little minnows. This is where everything's going to get eaten up, but this is where you have to be ahead of the pack and you have to position yourself right now. And I ask you this question, was it easier for you to build an online coaching business 2-3 years ago, or is it easier today? It was easier 2-3 years ago. So when do you think you should pull your finger out your ass and start taking this seriously? Is right now. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the foundations of you having a successful business is actually basing this around your ideal day. What do you want to do every single day? So for me, what do I want to do every day is I want to wake up, I want to do some deep work, I want to build some stuff, 2-3 hours. I then want to be able to do this, which is to be able to come work out anywhere in the world I want, get fucking jacked, be in world-class shape, travel around the world, meet cool people, have an inspirational physique, push my body and mind to the limits. That'd be the second thing I do. What do I then do late in the day? A bit more work, go out for dinner, network, meet cool people, make sick content, be able to have impact. That's my perfect day. I go to work 3-4 hours in the morning, I go work out, I work a bit more in the afternoon, 3-4 hours, and then I get to meet people, network, make content, do the fun stuff I want to do. So I work maybe 6 to 8 hours a day, but it's not even like work for me. And that's how I structure my days generally. And that's going to vary when I'm in like the US at the moment. I will wake up and I will take calls from 4 a.m. So I get up early at 3:30 a.m. I'll take calls from 4 a.m. to maybe 10 a.m. I then go work out for 1-2 hours, 2-3 hours. I'll then maybe do some more work for a couple of hours after that on like creative building stuff. Then go to fucking Whole Foods, buy some sick food, enjoy myself. And this is the key thing you want. If you build your day around the things you enjoy to do with your work involved in it, it doesn't become your work. You build your dream life. And this is ultimately what you need to be doing in your business to be fulfilled, happy, and have complete alignment. Now, one of the things I'd task you to do is to work out what do you want to achieve in 12 months and what do you want to achieve in 3 years. So like, what do you want personally? What do you want professionally? How much money do you want to have? How much money do you want to make? And write these things down. You have to have specific goals that are aligned with you. And then you have to understand if your actions every single day are aligned with you achieving those goals. If you're not getting up early, if you're not planning ahead, if you're not actually doing the key things you need to do, you will never achieve those goals, which means they're probably not that important to you. Now, this is an incredibly stupid thing I see entrepreneurs do. I want to make 50K a month. I want to make 70K a month. I want to make 100K a month. I want to make 200K a month. Why? And here's an exercise for you. If you are giving a round number target of a number you want to hit in your business, that is for someone else. That is external validation. And to be transparent, I do this because I want to try and do $1 million a month, just because I think it would be cool. And that probably is me, that would be me wanting external validation because it's like dick measure, right? Sounds sick. But the reality of what you want to do is you want to do this. What does your perfect life cost? You could have your dream car, have your dream house, you could eat all the fancy restaurants, you can go to all the great gyms, you can buy all the supplements you want, you can buy all the growth hormone you want, whatever you want to spend your money on, like all the modafinil you want. If you're into women, if you want to buy all the women you want, it's a joke. I have some friends like that. What do you want? If you work out how much it actually costs to have your dream lifestyle, fly business class, even first class, whatever it might be, have a fancy watch, it's not actually as much as you probably think. So for me, I worked out like realistically, I want to be able to make £30,000 a month passively. I can do whatever I want, anything. You can have a sick house, sick car, and have all this stuff anyway. Like once you got one fucking supercar, like do I really need another one? Once you got a couple of sick watches, you can only wear one at a time, right? In reality, like how much do you actually want to need? And if you do this and you look, actually work out what's your dream house? How much would it cost per month? How much you need to eat out? How much you need to have the car you want? How much you need to travel? It's often a lot less than you think. And when you program that into your brain of what you actually need to do to build the business, to then give you the time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom to do that, that's what then gives you the balance and the specific goal of what you should be working towards, not just a rudimentary number of hitting 100K a month. Now, next thing I want to talk about, is I'm going to show you some of the random stuff I have here in Las Vegas. It's actually disconnecting from the noise in the industry. So one of the biggest things you need to do to be successful is focus on you and not anyone else. Don't look at what other people are doing. Don't look at other people's messaging. Focus on having the right content, the right framework, And how you stand out in a saturated industry is you become a category of one. You become yourself. The more I've been me, I want to be the jacked guy in the vest just making videos and working out and talking about business stuff and helping people get in great shape, the more successful I've been. And the reality is going to be the same thing for you. If you try and copy me, you're going to be a shit version of Charlie Johnson. But if you try and be the greatest version of you, and you do not be afraid of actually putting that out into the world, you will do phenomenally well. And that's where people will resonate. Because what you do not want to do is you do not want to be a product. And this is what most people do. They make themselves a product where you're buying a fitness program off the shelf. Because that actually means most people's programs are generally very similar. But what you want to do is be like, I really like that Charlie guy. I'm going to pay someone for fitness advice. I want to pay him because he's cool and I like him. I like his lifestyle. I like his mullet haircut. I like his cheap Gymshark black vests. I like his nice white Ferrari, whatever it might be. Like, you be you and you stand out. Like, if you really enjoy doing gymnastics and that's your background, like my girlfriend, you want to show that. If you really like traveling and you want to travel all over the United States, put that in your content. You need to show what your core values are, and that's what's going to make you stand out the most. Now, the reality with this is every single business model can work. Now, why do I say this? It's because I have friends who work in low-ticket fitness businesses. I have friends who work in high-ticket fitness businesses. Now, there's easier ways and there's hard ways. Now, if you have a business where you have a smaller audience, I would always recommend doing high-ticket coaching, which is predominantly what we teach. Do you always have to put people on sales calls to close them and have to take millions of sales calls? If you want to make more money, yes. If you want to try and sell people other ways, you can do that without having to put people on calls. Will you make less? Potentially, yes. So this is where you have to design the business to what you want, the stress level you want, and what you're optimizing for. But the reality is there's no one-size-fits-all approach, and that's what we help people with in seven-figure scaling systems. And my big passion in terms of helping trainers change their lives, to build the best program out there in terms of helping people get financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, to have impact and income. And that's by you building businesses around what you want. So if you focus on helping CEOs and executives, you definitely should be using TikTok. You should probably be using LinkedIn, something we teach very heavily. And when you build your brand around something that's aligned around the right platforms and things you enjoy, it makes it a lot easier. And that's where business isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. I've seen thousands of fitness businesses. I now work one-to-one with Alex Hormozi and his team. I see a lot of insights of what's going on in the industry. And the reality is, like, there's multiple ways to skin a cat as an expression. You just need to find the right way for you. And lastly, success doesn't have to feel like getting kicked in the nuts, because I have felt that pain many a time. Stripe accounts getting disabled, Instagram accounts getting disabled, problematic clients, problematic employees, all this shit goes wrong. Like, anything you could have that could go wrong in your business has happened to me multiple times. And this is a framework a friend of mine who semi-mentors me, who was actually a fitness client of mine, who's a billionaire from Iceland, said, when you're crushing it, this shall pass. When you feel like this sucks and you're like, you want to put a gun to your head, this will pass. The most important thing is resilience and keep going, and understanding your business doesn't have to kick you in the nuts all the time. And if it is, it means something's not right and you don't know what you don't know. Because this should be fun, this should be adventurous, and this should inspire you to change your life and other people's. If this video resonates, the most important thing I want to give to you, work out what your financial number is. How much money do you need as your freedom number to have your dream life? Drop it in the comments below. We'd absolutely love to see that. If you want to see more raw content like this, also let me know in the feedback. Just thought I'd rip this after a gym session here in Fit Club Las Vegas. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit a like, and we'll see you in the next video. P.S. If you also want help in terms of creating a business to get financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom, hit the link below this video. You can book in a call with us. It's not a sales call. We will look at your business, what you're doing now, what you're doing wrong, what you should be doing to scale, and if we think you're a good fit, how we can help you to make another success story. Had some wild success with people who joined the program the last week. Colin Launder made £2,000, I think his first 4 hours in the program. Another guy called Hugh made 5K in his first 24 hours. So that is what can happen very quickly when you take action. If you want help with that, information below. Have a beautiful day.